Hello, guys, and Happy New Year. It is currently New Year's Eve as I'm writing this. As I'm saying this, I am doing a vlog. I am not writing a blog. I am doing a vlog. Whatever. Anyway, how's it going? It hasn't been too long since I did a vlog. I was supposed to do one every week, but for some reason I decided not to, like an idiot. So, sorry about that. But it is now almost 2023, and it is very weird. It feels crazy to think that this year's already coming to an end because this year has been wild. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened in my life since the beginning of this channel, and honestly, I didn't even know if I'd be doing this channel in the beginning of this year. I think I'm gonna go through what I'm gonna do with this vlog is I'm just gonna go through the history of the channel from what I remember to now for what happened in the beginning of this year. So, in the beginning of 2022, I had all my videos scheduled to upload into, I believe, late February or mid February. I recorded it from October to December. I recorded so many videos over several games. Most of them were Spyro, but I also did Battlefield Bad Company 1 and 2. Very vast, different genres of games, but I did do them. And I went through a lot of stuff at work. I was going through a lot of bad times. If you actually go back and you watch my Breath of the Wild Let's Play, my Pokemon Let's Go Let's Play, if you watch my Spyro, all that stuff, you will see that I was not the happiest person. You can just hear it in my voice because I was going through a lot at the time. I was basically in the beginning stages of my breakup with the mother of my child. Throughout December, I barely saw him because they went to Washington State for her birthday. I saw him on his birthday and Christmas, of course, but beyond that, and mind you, that's the later half of December. I ended up getting COVID while they were away, so I wasn't at work, I wasn't socializing, so I was literally in my head the entire time, and it was not a good place. But then we went into January, and I had stopped making content for the channel. It wasn't until March where I started making videos again. Also, I want to point out during that period of making those videos through November and December, my father had passed away from COVID. So it was a very, very depressing time. It was not fun. It was not a good space to be in. Um, but I started making videos again in March because I had the inspiration to play Kingdom Hearts again all the way through, and I did. I played every Kingdom Hearts game that I personally think you should play. Regardless of Melody of Memory not being on the list, I still plan on putting out the cutscenes for it before Kingdom Hearts 4 drops. And I also have plans to, whenever they release the new mobile game, to be doing videos about that on that subject and stuff. I have a lot of plans headed into 2023. Just to be clear, I'm going to get into that later on, though, in the video. This video might be kind of long. I'm thinking it'll probably be about 20 minutes, so bear with me. Um, so I started doing the Kingdom Hearts videos, and I was uploading them like wildfire. Like, I wasn't scheduling, I was just hitting that record button. Once I had like 4 or 5 episodes recorded, I'd upload them immediately, go back, and just did the entire thing that way up until Kingdom Hearts 3, where in Kingdom Hearts 3, I started noticing there was a little bit more trajectory with the channel. More people were watching. I was getting some subscribers. I went from like 12 to 50, like almost 50 within a matter of a few months. We're currently at 52, which is awesome. I honestly didn't expect to hit 50 at all this year. My goal, honestly, with this channel was just to upload videos. I had no intention of getting even one subscriber. I just wanted to make videos on this channel and have a fun time. And I have. I've had it's been a very long journey this year with it, with just the channel in general. Uh, but I'm gonna be talking more about my personal life in this vlog because that was honestly the point of the vlogs anyway, was to have conversations like that. So I'm gonna put this down really quick. So in I would say July, I had a lot of inspirations to make review style videos. I wanted to make videos that were, it took me more time to edit. I had to write a script, do the whole thing. And I did it originally. The first intended video was the what have I done, which is where I killed my actual self and split myself into two beings, one being me, which is the heartless me, and the other one being a nobody version of me called Kykesum. And he's still around. If you've watched my other channel, Typical Wyvern, where I have a series called Typical Wyvern, which is where I do my reviews. I did 2 videos so far, and it was my top 10 favorite video games of all time, and I did a review of Earthworm Jim. I didn't even get past the first boss, so that video was more for comedy reasons. I really enjoyed the comedy I did in that video. The screaming, the angry video game nerd-esque attitude I had towards it. I really enjoyed it. And at the end of the video, Kykesum shows up because I killed myself again. I get hit by the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse train. So if that sounds like anything you'd actually like to see, I actually have been debating bringing it to this channel because I want to continue the storyline I had intended for Kykesum and myself in it. And I think with how I do my little skits in between my Let's Plays, I think I actually would probably be able to fit that in. Or I can go back to doing reviews if people actually like them. I have no issue going back to it. I have a script written out for 2 videos right now. They're both not complete. One is for Valkyria Revolution, which is the worst video game I've ever played. And I have one called that, I'm going to keep the other one a secret because that one is definitely coming out eventually and it will be on this channel. So I'll keep that one a secret. That'll be coming out in 2023 at some point. The other one, I don't know, possibly. I'm hoping it does, but if it doesn't, oh well. But yeah, so after that, I had all the Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff getting finished out towards, I believe it was like September. It ended. I think September 23rd was the exact day. And then from there, I decided I was going to stream for a while. I wanted to switch my format from doing Let's Plays to streaming, and that's where Typical Wyvern Versus came in. And I did Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 4, I did Stray, I did like a bunch of stuff. I did Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, the first game. I did that one. And I had fun, but I don't have the best internet here. I live in Maine, so the internet here is not exactly amazing. There is a new company here that does fiber that will probably make it a lot better. So eventually I will get back to streaming full time. I do have plans to stream still, but I really like the Let's Play format, so I'm probably going to continue my Let's Plays as the normal thing, but I will be doing streams of multiplayer stuff. So like stuff that I can interact with other people on, whether it be another YouTuber, a friend of mine. That is the plan going forward with that into 2023. And earlier in November, I decided to completely drop the Typical Wyvern name to my last name, which is now the name of the channel, Rolo. Rolo is my last name, and I felt like I've always kind of dodged being called that because that was my nickname in high school, and it was just what people would call me. But I never wanted to be associated with that. But then when I realized how many people called me that, I realized that it was actually a catchy name to grab onto and use. So we got colon, Rolo colon is the whole thing. It's what I'm called on TikTok. Besides my Typical Wyvern is still on there. Like it's still on here too. Like I'm not gonna get rid of that as a whole entire thing because it is part of the channel's history. And if I do continue doing my review series, I'm still going to call it the Typical Wyvern series. But that was the big change. And that's pretty much all it was for the channel. Right now I'm currently doing Persona 5, Battle for Bikini Bottom. Battle for Bikini Bottom is already uploaded. It just is on a scheduled platform at 10 a.m. every day. It comes out. Persona 5 returns tomorrow at 12 p.m. So I have 10 and 12 p.m. There'll be 2 videos going out side by side. Persona 5 is also no longer going to be a big chunk style. It will be back to the format of anywhere between 10 minutes to an hour, depends on how I record it. Eventually, I think episode 46 will be the start of when I start actually going, hey, welcome back to Persona 5, blah, blah, blah. And those will probably be anywhere between 30 to an hour. So we will see. Um, we'll see how it goes. I'm having a lot of fun with Persona 5. I'm now at the part of the game where I have no knowledge of what's going on anymore because I've beaten the original game, but I haven't beaten Royal, and I'm very excited to see what happens in Royal compared to actual Persona 5. So, yeah, that's crazy. Um, let's talk about my life now. The channel is gonna keep going. I have no plans to stop making videos. I've had moments of, where I was just like so burnt out, but all I found is I have a buffer now to take a break like I did last time. So I'll just keep making content and then I'll keep uploading the content, having it scheduled out for months. And if I get burnt out, I've got a month vacation from making videos. I also have found that I have a timer of whether how long I can play games or not. I really, unless I'm playing with other people, I can only play games for like 3 or 4 hours a day at most. Most of the time, I usually burn out after about 2 hours. So I think that's actually a healthy thing compared to how I used to be. I used to be a type of person who would play games for like 12 hours a day. So I've moved on from that. Now with my life. So this year was pretty rocky. I started off this year very depressed, like I started talking about earlier in the vlog. I was not in a good spot. I was not in a good place. And then in April, my best friend from Florida that I went to high school with, he was going through some stuff, and we just casually were like, "You could live here. You could move up to Maine from Florida and just see if you like it." And he moved up here. He got a job after about a month, and he's been working there since. And I was working at this rope factory. I'm just gonna flat out say it's a rope factory because I have no real ties to this place anymore. I could drop the real name, but I'm not gonna get into full details in case I eventually say something that's a little not good for the company. But I was working at this rope factory, hard labor job, and I was not having a good time. And it wasn't completely because of the job. The job was fine. The job was honestly kind of easy. The issue was my health. My health this year took a huge decline. And I've always heard that people tend to go through like a weird spell of sickness in their late 20s, and then in their 30s it kind of just is the same. Like, and it just never stops. And that might be true because this year I got blasted. A lot of my habits came to play in this. Like, I have a bad caffeine addiction, and I got kidney stones. And if you know anything about kidney stones, they're not fun when you have a caffeine addiction, because you have to basically cut out caffeine entirely and just drink nothing but water or juice. And it's not fun because you have to literally completely quit the addiction. I'm drinking caffeine now. I'm pretty much over my kidney stone issues. They started in July and they didn't end until November. It was a very long time where I could not go and drink. Like, I drink Monster Energy like a fiend. I've cut back a lot. Now I basically just drink diet sodas. But I will drink a Monster here and there. I have gotten, like, a couple of weeks ago, you'd have seen there was a few on the table, like where I do my Let's Plays. But yeah, it was bad. This year was really bad when it came to sickness. Not so much up here, but more so in my body. Mental illness issues, honestly, not so terrible. I've had a lot of stress, like a lot of stress. I had a few scares here with money because I wasn't able to work to my full capacity because I would get sick so often that I wasn't getting full paychecks, and that was really killing me. Also, I was getting paid bi-weekly, so if you get paid $500, your rent is $400, you have to pay it, you have $100 left, and you have that for 2 weeks to survive. Not good. Getting paid bi-weekly is a scam. It's bullshit. It should not be a thing. I don't work bi-weekly. I work weekly. Like, you know what I mean? I work daily. They should pay me daily if we're being honest. But um, understandably, it's easier for a company to do it. Like, whatever. We're not going to get into that. But yeah, my sickness ended up playing a part of something that happened in October where I eventually ended up losing that job because I was so sick all the time that I was becoming a liability to the company. So they let me go, and I was unemployed for about a month and a half. I had so my roommate was very nice about it. He understood. I housed him for a month and a half. He could do the same, but it ended up getting really bad. Money was really tight. My baby mama, God bless her to an extent. I don't even believe in God, but there is one, bless her. She had food stamps, so she was able to buy me food. Whenever my kid would come over, she would help me out with a bunch of stuff, and that was very helpful. It kept me afloat. I was able to, and we're doing better now. I'm working now. We got money coming in. I was able to buy something with my own card, which was crazy to think about because I wasn't able to do that for a while. I wasn't scrounging for quarters to buy a soda at the gas station, little things like that. And things seem to be going in the right direction. Into 2023, I'm expecting things to be a lot better than they were in 2022. 2022 was a hard year, a very difficult year. I was really playing it off in my videos because I was trying to completely escape the reality that was going on where everything felt like it was falling apart. But so far, leading towards the end of 2022, it seems like there is actually a light at the end of this dark, dangerous tunnel that I was on. That was very bad. 2022 was a very difficult year. And I tried my best to have as much fun as I could, especially on the channel, working with my stuff creatively, helping myself mentally, because again, I had just gotten out of a 3-year relationship almost 4-year relationship with my baby mama. We have a child, so going through that is very bad. My father dying last year, all that stuff, going through it. I had to refine who I was as a person. I had to accept some parts about myself that I did not know were actual problems, and I had to address them, figure out what I could do to fix what I was. And I feel like I'm doing a lot better. I'm showering every other day to every day now, which when you go through depression, you will know that is nothing. I brush my teeth now, which is amazing. I'm doing a lot better, and I didn't need to go to a therapist. I didn't need to, get put on, antidepressants. I didn't have to do any of that. I just had to figure out the issues that was in myself and go through with it and put myself in situations that normally my anxieties and stuff wouldn't allow me to do. And I was able to do that, and now I'm feeling a lot better about everything. I'm more social. I had a really bad social anxiety problem where I could not talk to strangers. Like, it would make me genuinely terrified a lot of the time. That's gone. I don't know where it went. It just disappeared. And it's good because the job I have now is customer service related, so I actually have to talk to people on a daily basis when I'm at work. So thank God it's gone because that would have been bad. But yeah, life's getting better. And 2022 kicked me in the ass. It really destroyed me. But I was able to come on this channel, make content that people seem to enjoy, and I had fun with it. And even though it's not a huge number of people, it's still significantly more than I was expecting. 52 subs isn't a lot by any means, but I appreciate every single person who took the time to watch a video and go, hey, I like this. I want to see more of this. Boop. And hopefully next year when I do my year-end review vlog, whatever we want to call this, I will be able to say a much higher number, and I will be able to look back on it very fondly, and there'll be less kidney stones involved. I am going to go on a full rant about kidney stones eventually, because goddamn, I'm just going to give you guys a brief instance of how painful it was really quick. There were days, it was like a cycle. The first time I experienced it is I was playing Rocket League with Tyler, my roommate, and we were drinking. And I took like 2 swigs of this drink, and I was like, wow, I feel like I got kicked in the balls. Ow. And it did not go away. I had to lay in bed in agonizing pain for hours. I almost went to the hospital because of it, but I passed out eventually, and I woke up and I felt fine. But when my son came over that next morning, because it was Saturday, and he's learning potty training and stuff, I was trying to teach him how to pee standing up. I showed him how to pee standing up by myself demonstrating it, and my pee was not the right color. It was like blood crimson red mixed with brown, and I told him, I was like, look away really quick. And he thankfully was smart enough to know what I meant by that. He looked away and just walked out of the room, and I was like, oh, that is not good. Am I dying? And I ended up having to call out of work that following Monday because I had a doctor's appointment. They told me I had kidney stones. Worst nightmare. And it was a continuous cycle. Like I would drink water for a while, and then everything would be fine. Everything would be clear. I'd be good to go. I would drink one soda, and then the next day I'd feel weird pain in my groin area, and I'd be like, that doesn't feel right. And then I would be peeing blood again. And it was just a constant thing for months. And thankfully, for the past month and a half, I have not had to deal with that. And it has been a lot better. I'm taking better care of myself. Not so much in the eating department. I've gained a little bit of weight over the past month because I, you know, had food in my house I could actually eat. I was literally starving basically for a good part of this year, and I lost some weight from that. But I'm healthy, which compared to how I've been. I did get the flu recently, which sucked, but other than that, it's been pretty decent. I have little issues still because I'm getting older, but other than that, everything feels normal and I feel all right. I feel like I can actually be a human being again, which I did not feel like I was a human being for the past 3 months. So that's pretty cool. Everything was just in a weird spot. I don't know. 2022 was just very weird. It was chaotic. And that's probably exactly how I worded 2022. 2022 was very chaotic for me. And I'm hoping that 2023 is a much better year. I'm hoping for more experiences. I'm hoping with my job now that I can meet new people, have a good time, maybe expand my life into the romantic world. We'll find out if I can eventually get into a relationship again. I'm also planning on growing as a human being in general. There's a lot of stuff about me from being a teenager to now where I literally screwed up a lot. Thankfully, never been to jail. I don't break the law that often, if not at all. I live in a state where weed is legal, so that would probably be the only law I normally would break back when I was in Florida. So, uh, I don't know. I think I've done. I think I've stolen before. Nothing like too crazy, like a magazine or something. Actually, I did steal a video game from my friend once. That was bad. But other than that, I was a little shit. So, thankfully, I'm over that. But yeah, I have so many things planned for 2023. This might be a 30-minute video. I apologize. But I have so many things planned for 2023. So let's talk about 2023 a little bit. I didn't mean to get on such a rant about kidney stones, but I felt like it was relevant. 2023. I have a lot of plans. And there's several games that I have done on previous channels that I have not touched. And I'm planning on doing them in 2023. After Persona 5 is done, I'll be going back. I have planned for another one of those series that I do where I do a series of games. I'm not going to do the whole series. I'm just going to do what comes in the one pack. And I'm going to do those 3 games. That's your hint. It's 3 games in a pack that came out in 2020. I'm going to do those 3 games back to back. 2 of them I've never beaten. The other one I can speed run. So the other 2, one of them I don't like that much, which is why I've never beaten it, and the other one I have never given the time of day to barely play. So I'm very excited to do that one more than I think the other 2. I have plans to do a lot of Game Boy Advance games because the Game Boy Advance is one of the consoles that I really, really loved as a kid. Consoles, handhelds, whatever. I had an emulator growing up because, 2000s. And I played several games, and I'm planning on playing one full series. And I want to start a series that I haven't even bothered to touch on this channel yet, which is mind-blowing considering how close it is to me as a person. I purposely avoided it for a very long time, and I think 2023 will be when I begin to start it, and I will be doing the GBA versions of 5 of the games. One of them I have to go back to the NES for and get a English translation mod on it. So that'll be fun. But I don't think I'm going to do the whole series in one go because it would take way too long because it's a very long series. And I do have plans to do Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable when they come out, but that's going to be down the line. And, of course, Tears of the Kingdom. My first Let's Play on this channel was Breath of the Wild. I will be doing Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm going to be doing it blind. And I don't believe I will be doing it when the game comes out. I'm going to do the game whenever I'm done with the Game Boy Advance games. So that's probably more like summer. I'm also going to do Age of Calamity before I do it. So it's going to be like boom, boom. That way, Age of Calamity, I think, will be a way to get me in to doing the whole thing again. So I'm very excited. 2023, I got a lot of stuff planned. In fact, I actually have the... Where are you? You're here somewhere, I know. I have a journal where I wrote all this stuff down. And I want to see if I can... Whoop, there we are. I listed everything. Holy crap. I got 10 games here that I have that I need to be done, that need to be done in 2023. I also have plans to finish Uncharted. I want to do 2, 3, and 4. Those might be bigger videos. I don't know. We'll see. But this video is getting very long. I know most people probably won't watch this today. They'll probably watch it tomorrow or the day after because everybody's going to be celebrating the new year. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a happy new year, all that good stuff. I hope that if you have a resolution, you can actually go through with it. Or if you don't believe in resolutions, I'm honestly kind of on par with that. But, you know, let's just hope for a better year next year. Let's hope that there's a lot less crazy stuff going on in this goddamn world because 2022 politically and just overall world stuff happening was horrible. Betty White died, which was the beginning of the end for me, I believe. Yeah, it wasn't good. It was not a good... 2022 was bad. It was a bad year. Very chaotic. But I had fun on the channel. I'm having fun making content again. And I'm going to go record some Persona 5 because I haven't recorded Persona 5 in almost a week. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to upload this immediately after I'm done recording it. So I'm going to hit that button in just a second. Catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much. If you aren't subscribed right now and you're watching this video all the way through, thank you. But can you please hit that button and maybe share this to some of your friends? Share some of my videos. I have a lot of Let's Plays on this channel. A ridiculous amount for just little over a year of content. And we have fun here. Posy vibes only. So, yeah. I will see you guys in Persona 5 and Battle for Bikini Bottom tomorrow. See ya.